What up, YouTube? It's Two Fat Guys Pull Us, and before we get to our video, we wanted to let you know about our milestone giveaway for 1,000 subscribers.
We are giving away an Amazing Spider-Man issue number 4. This is the first appearance of Silk, the original Sin tie-in. I'm sure everybody is familiar with this book. This is a CBCS 9.8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Big boy.
This book is much hotter than it was when we first bought it for the show.
Yep, that's true.
You insist on still giving it away, and I'm very happy to do it.
You can tell that he is not. But anyway, we are giving this away when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Kick-ass, key issue, first appearance of Silk, is someone's going to win this book. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's get to the video, shall we?
All right, Nate, I got another one of these, like, life-altering, questioning your existence statements rather than a question, right? Because it wasn't a question last week.
Okay.
You know, we had broken physics, essentially, last week.
Totally.
But just put this in your mindscape.
I'm afraid to, but okay.
There's nothing to be afraid of. Oh. I mean, I can't tell you that. You can be afraid or not.
Okay.
Did you know, or did you realize that the letter W starts with a D?
Yes.
Isn't that weird? Like, isn't it weird that the letters that you spell with are spelled with different letters sometimes?
I mean, technically, no, but they're pronounced with sounds. But
Which are letter, like,
but you only spell W with a D.
right?
I mean, with a W. Like you would never go, oh, how do you spell W and then D?
No, phonetically, how would you spell it?
W.
No. Duh. That's a D.
But it's still spelled with a W. If someone said spell W, I would just
you're
W.
so conformed to
So
just
conformed.
being vanilla, man. You
So
don't live
conformed
out
to reality.
Nah, dude, you live in your own reality. You're so stuck in society's reality. You don't think
Somebody
bigger,
is
bro.
missing Department of Truth, and
You know what? That's what it is. That's what it is. And it's not this week. So
it's not.
let's start the show.
All right.
What up, YouTube? It's Two Fat Guys Pull Us, and we've got another new comic book day video for you for the week of November
Oh my
2nd.
God.
What?
November.
I thought 2022 just started, man. Like, what is going on?
I mean, it kind of did.
These months are flying by. Anyway, we've got a, it's a tasty treat of a show. It's just after Halloween, and there's still some, sweet treats in our drops in our pull list this week. So let's get to the good stuff, shall we?
Oh, yeah.
First up, we have Avengers Forever, issue number 10 from
Oh, you said the good stuff.
Jason Aaron. Now, hold on now.
Okay.
Avengers Forever has actually been really fun, and it's been the story that I feel like should have been I don't know. It just feels like this is where Jason Aaron's attention really is outside of his current Avengers run. The Avengers Assembled or whatever you want to call it. That's at 62 issues, or it definitely feels like his attention is not there, and it feels much more present. Like he feels more present. His writing feels more tonally Jason Aaron in this book. And obviously this Avengers Forever is also leading into his giant Avengers event that is going to break everything, and we'll see. But it's actually been a lot of fun. And so this is, I believe this might be one of the last issues. Let me double check really quick here. No, wait, there's one more after this, which is the conclusion. But this is the last issue that's going to be dealing with like variants of certain characters, and this is Tony Stark. So the Tony Stark that we were introduced in the original, like the first ever Avengers Forever, as a version of Tony that's Ant-Man. And so he's going and trying to find his variants. So they need to go find all the Tony Stark variants. I'm having fun with it. I actually like it a lot. And I hope that this thread, this is where you're supposed to, I think this is where you introduce, and it has been introducing concepts of variants of other Avengers, right? It doesn't really feel right in the main Avengers run. And so this has felt much more original and fluid. So I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
And you're not picking it up. Yeah, I know you're not. That's okay. All right, after that, we jump over to Captain Marvel, and we are starting a new arc, The Revenge of the Brood, Part 1.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
The Brood is my fucking favorite. I love the Brood so much. Captain Marvel has such awesome continuity history with the Brood. It's because of the Brood that she became binary when she did.
Mm.
So I love the connection here. I'm totally on board with this.
Hopefully we, I know binary like just took off like 2 issues ago, so hopefully it's not that long of a departure and they kind
She'll
of
have
show
to get
back up.
drawn back in. Like
Yeah.
it might not be till the end of this arc, but there's no way she has no involvement. And I actually here's you heard it here first.
Whoop, whoop.
This is how Kelly Thompson's going to wrap up what's going on with binary. I don't think she's really going to leave her just hanging out there.
Yeah.
I think that they're going to somehow get put back into one together. The Brood brought her out, or the Brood didn't really bring her out, but the Brood created binary. I think the Brood might take binary away.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Either way, we give this book high praises every time it comes out every month because it is really good. And if you're not reading it, you're missing out. All right. Next up, we have Deadpool, issue number 1. And this is from, who is it again? I forget the first name.
Alyssa
Wong, who did Dr. Aphra and what else? She's been doing some other cool stuff.
She's also did the mini series for Iron Fist.
Okay.
She's I can't remember her most recent thing. I know she did Arrow for a while. She's one of the newer names, I would say, that newer as in the past few years with Marvel.
Yeah.
But she's done really good stuff.
Well, either way, it's Deadpool, and we also have Kukulo, or I don't know how to say his name properly, but we have him back on the art, or have him on the art, which he did the Banner of War artwork, which was absolutely fantastic. I don't
Very
think
good.
I'm sure we could ask for. I mean, if you really wanted to ask for the best person and team to do Deadpool, yeah, you could do that. But this sounds fucking awesome. Super stoked for this. Deadpool is one of my favorite characters. I think it's a lot of people's favorite characters, just the comic relief and the brutality of it all. And then you noticed as we were putting this into the show that as it, it wasn't like this before, but it actually has the X Office bracket at the top.
Yeah, it's this Destiny of X right there under Marvel. So I wonder if that's just a marketing ploy to try to get people that are buying all the X books to try to get them to buy a book they don't need, or if Alyssa has plans with Deadpool that are dealing in the X office. So
I hope it's the latter because Deadpool definitely needs to be involved in the Destiny of X or the Fall of X, whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm ready for it. So looking forward to this book a lot. I mean, it's right up there with She-Hulk.
This is one of those books that's usually the opposite. Usually a character will draw me in or a storyline. This is something it's the creators that are totally bringing me in. I think if you pulled Wong or Kuklo off, then I probably wouldn't be here. But that's such a dynamic team that I just don't think I can pass it up.
All right, I'm totally right there with you. All right, after that we have Donny Cates' Hulk issue number 10. This issue is still being written by Donny Cates. The previous issue, Hulk had landed on a planet that another multiversal Earth had been shooting all of its Hulks at this planet. And so they're all living here on a society, and they actually worship Hulk on this planet. And there were some new characters introduced in the previous issue. I'm sure there'll be new ones here. I got to get my taste of Donnie as much as I can because I know he's going to, he slowly has been withering away in his titles. So this is still some, original concepting from Donnie, and I'm super excited to read it. And, it's been fun. The previous issue also was established that Banner had created a whole starship crew of personas inside Battleship Hulk, Starship Hulk, which I actually thought was really cool. Like, it was done a lot better than it was in the previous, like the first issue when it was just him alone in the ship. So I kind of like that Donnie was playing around with the multiple personalities even further, like kind of like what Ali Ewing did in his Hulk run, but it's obviously a little bit more comical. But I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a silly goose time.
Yeah, this one's still a game time decision for me. It's gonna be a tough one because I didn't pick up or read issue 9 either, so I'm gonna have to double dip if I'm gonna jump back in.
And
With Donnie being off the book after this issue for the foreseeable future.
yeah, but Ryan Otley's picking up, which I think.
Sure. What was the last book you read by Ryan Otley?
Invincible, right? No, not Invincible.
What was the last book you read?
I don't know. I don't know what he's read, but I'm sure he's pretty
I don't
seasoned.
think he's written anything ever before.
Okay, well, here's an opportunity to check him out.
Not interested.
Okay, well,
it's
then
Hulk. I don't like Hulk. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, for me, Donnie Case was the only reason I was on this book.
I know.
And I was just barely on by a string.
Okay.
So, I'm just saying.
Just drop it. Just drop it. Just be there.
All
right. After that, we've got Predator issue number 4 from Ed Brisson. This came out of nowhere. This has been a super fun time for me. I am not really invested very much in like the Alien or Predator franchises. Kind of picked up this book on a whim, and this story has been fucking phenomenal. Excuse my French, but it's been a lot of fun. And I don't know, like it's definitely a different take, I think, when it comes to the Predators. Usually it's like, oh, I'm being hunted and I just got to survive. And this female protagonist that we're following, she's taking matters into her own hands. She's hunting them. And then she got lost in space a little bit, and now she's being hunted. And so she's got to combat it back, and she's not going to run. Like, she's going to hunt them. And I don't know. It's super fun. And you need to read this.
I wish I wasn't so far behind. I'll probably just have to jump on with the trade and then go from there.
Yeah. I can see that. All right, after that. Got She-Hulk, issue number 7 from Raoul. This book has been fun. It's steeped in mystery. I was talking to Leah at the shop the other day about this book and how it's solicited to 10, and obviously we don't have February solicitations, but I'm crossing my fucking fingers that this book goes past 10. I really hope it doesn't end after issue 10, but we're talking about 7. Some bombshell revelations in the previous issue, romantic revelations. Jack of Hearts, man, he's my boy, dude. He's my dog. Like he knows how to do it, man. He just knows how to be the guy. And I don't know. Again, I just I am a simp for She-Hulk, right? Like that's just me. But
that's how it is.
It's just been a really good series, no matter how you feel about She-Hulk. It's written well. The art has been done very well, and these covers, man, everybody loves these She-Hulk covers, and I'm right there with it. So, don't end, Marvel. Don't end it. Just keep it going, please.
Keep it going,
please. All right. After that, we have from Al Ewing, X-Men Red, issue number 8. Shit has hit the fan, quite literally. Cable has figured out about Abigail Brand's treacherous ways. I cannot wait. I literally have been waiting for this for a long time. I've never really liked Abigail ever since we've learned of her devious intent. And, I like Sword. I don't like that she's making Sword her own personal little tool. And obviously that's the character, but I want her to have some consequence. I'm ready for her to get a little bit. I don't know. Yeah. That's just me.
I agree. The only thing of note I would add on this is still no Stefano Casilli on the art. There's no way I'm gonna be able to say his name.
That's what's okay.
Musa Bakov. It was the artist for last week as well during our last Judgment Day tie-in. And honestly, I don't remember it at all. So that means it wasn't disruptive. So
there you go.
And then Casilli will be back on with issue 9. So we'll be back to normal after that.
Down, bet. Give me it. Let's go. Hey, I'm interrupting the video because I have something important to tell you. I know you know about our sub giveaway for 1,000 subscribers. This one right here. I know you know about that one because we talk about it all the time. But did you know we're giving away a slab at 750 subscribers? That's right. We're giving away this second printing of Silver Surfer Black issue number 1 with Null on the cover when we hit 750 subscribers. So if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like.
let's get back to the video. All right, let's jump into DC with Batman issue 129 from Zdarsky and Jimenez. I mean, last issue was pretty intense. I mean, we've this directive here, this I forget what it's called, but the plan failsafe, yes, the failsafe directive is really messed up the I would say the DC universe in general, because we just took out Superman. Majority of the Bat family has been taken out, and Batman ain't looking too good. So I don't know. I've been really enjoying Zdarsky on the book. I'll say it right now, potential pick of the week. But again, just like She-Hulk, I get this ever sense of just how long is Zdarsky going to be on the book? I hope it's for a decent amount of time. But with how Dark Crisis on Infinite Earth sequel, whatever the fuck you want to call it, has been going, I'm fearful. I'm fearful because when that event ends, who knows what, the DC people are going to do. Yeah, go ahead, hire James Gunn and make the best movies ever, and I'm totally supportive, and I cannot wait to see what happens. But don't fuck up a good thing here, please.
I can tell you at least one piece of information that might make you feel a little better. Zdarsky said just a few days ago in his Substack that he had to miss the Marvel big picture Zoom meeting where they're talking about the plans for 2023 because he was at a meeting in person with the Batman and Co. team, writing specifically talking about an event that will be happening in 2023.
Okay, well, as long as he's not lying to us, I think I'm good.
Right, or things change and he gets fired or things canceled, but it does seem like as of right now, still full force. So he was in the middle of a meeting with writers of all the other Bat books. So I don't know, obviously Tom Taylor was probably there virtually, but Clooney and Conrad, the Batgirls writers definitely would have been involved as well.
Okay.
And I would imagine Teenie Howard, she's taking over
Catwoman?
well, she has Catwoman and she's taking over Harley Quinn. So
Harley Quinn, that's right.
Yeah, so who knows?
Makes me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, after that, we haven't had this book in a hot minute, and that is Dark Knights of Steel, issue number 8. I don't know how that will play into this book, or whether it'll be negative or positive. I just remember when I saw the cover for this issue, I was like, oh yeah. And I remember immediately that there was a sense of like falsity in the sense of like what has actually been going on in the realm of the Dark Knights of Steel, right? Like we don't know if everybody is who they say they are. We don't know if people are being, shape-shifted or if they actually those characters. So some dubious murderous events have happened, but have they happened because of a certain character, or is that the real person that actually did those things? That is the question that needs to be answered in these issues.
Yeah. I'm actually going to go ahead and I don't know who we're going to blame for this. I don't think that we are going to know, but I'm going to go ahead and say this book, unfortunately, already has a strike for me because of its extended time. So issue 7 came out in June.
Yeah.
And issue 6 before that was April. What's your guess on when issue 9 is solicited?
March.
No, it is January, but
okay.
It is we will not be getting back to back. The only shining sun for me, I guess you could say, is that Putri is back on the arts.
So I wonder if we're going to get another tie-in between here and
January. I think it's I almost think it's guaranteed, but like at this point, I don't know.
Something's going on.
Something's going on, and with these minis like that, you're not beholden to like making sure you're tied into anything, like
right,
with a bunch of other good books. So like, just I don't know, make sure you've got a really good start before you.
Yeah, unless like, or unless at the end of this issue, for some godforsaken reason, somehow Dark Crisis is able to creep its head in this book, which I know that's way out of left field, but with the way things are going, it wouldn't surprise me. like, oh, and now we got a Dark Crisis tie-in that nobody thought we would ever have because, whatever. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this book though. Gosh darn it. Let's move on. Let's keep going. And I think this is our last book for DC, and that is Sword of Azrael, issue number 4. This is another one of these silly goose times books. It's just super fun. I didn't know much about the character, and as we build a new adventure with this character, we get more history of him. And I don't know, it's been fun. I was not. This is another one of these books that I just wasn't expecting. And we've got Azrael fighting the Templars and trying to save this girl who seems to be kind of a psycho. It's some crazy shit going on in this book.
Yeah, I this is just one that I probably should have kept up on, but I didn't. So I will
Yeah,
anxiously awaiting your review.
and it will be good. All right. Let's jump into the next one. We've got from Aftershock Comics. We have Samurai Dog issue number 3. And I think both of us can say that it is here currently. We are talking about it here. But both of us are under the understanding and under probably the agreement that this will be a game time decision for us. We're not saying it should be for you. If you're interested in loving Samurai Doggy and nothing will deter you, pick it up. But for both of us, it will be in our hands. We will look through it. Unfortunately, we will spoil it. And if it's not doing it for us, this may not make the show and we may be dropping this book. It is a game time decision.
That is exactly where I'm at and exactly how I feel. It's just
issue 2 got so fumbled. Like it took us right out of what issue 1 made so special, and I'm just worried that that's what's going to happen here. Now, reading the solicitations, it says we're getting back to our main character, but I don't know if I can trust it.
Right. I don't either. That's it. That's all I want to say on it now, because at first I was like, nope, I'm done. It wasn't until I saw how short the week was that I was like, okay, I will give it a chance. If this, honestly, it's luck of the draw. If this book had come out on a 12 to 15 book week, this book would have been dropped for sure.
Right. No, I'm right there with you.
But it gets a second chance with a short week, so we'll see if team can pick it back up.
Let's see if it makes it out of the shop. All right. Our last book of the night is from Boom Studios with a new number 1, Behold Behemoth.
Yes.
Tell me about it, because I'm picking it up because it's a number 1, but you're the one that was like, you gotta get this.
Well, if I'm being honest, I cannot remember too much about it, besides that it is a horror book, which is why I was a little bit hesitant, about whether I wasn't sure if you were going to pick it up or not. Basically, the solicitation says the Greyson's world is crumbling following his brother's sudden and mysterious death. He's he's on the brink of losing both his sanity and his job as a social worker.
Right.
The line between nightmare and waking life blurs. Greyson soon discovers that the monster from his dreams might just be real. A mythical ancient beast that is bringing about the end of the world, with shocking connections with both him and a young orphan girl.
Well, what got me, besides you telling me about it, and it being a Boom number 1, is the cover. The cover just looks absolutely fabulous. And then looking at some of the variant covers, I'm kind of like, all right, let me see if I can pop it up here. We've got these variant covers, and like it just looks wicked. Like it looks crazy cool. So I'm hoping that the insides are just as, the internals are just as mesmerizing and crazy. And I mean, some of these covers just look fantastic.
Yeah.
And so I've got high hopes for it. And then I think issue 2 has got a pretty cool cover. Yeah, like that looks fucking cool for issue 2. So I think I'm in, but we'll have to see. I'll have to read it.
There's a lot of things that brought me in on this book. Boom number 1, obviously, we've been saying it for years now. Is a thing to pick up. Tate Brumbaugh is a great horror writer. So the fact that he's doing another book, he did the first arc of House of Slaughter. He's also going to be doing the third arc of House of Slaughter. Nick Robles has been a contributor with him in the past, does really good art. And I actually first heard about this book because Jeff Lemire and what's his contributor's name? Sorrentino. The two guys that are doing Bone Orchard right now and did Gideon Falls and stuff like that. Bunch of
Mhm.
recent horror that's gotten a lot of praise.
Yeah.
They basically said, "Hey, you like our shit? You better read this because it might be better." So anytime that Jeff Lemire says, "Hey, this horror book is better than my horror book," I'm gonna check it
For
out.
sure.
So,
Nice. Well, I'm looking forward to reading it. I'm very optimistic about it. So,
yes.
all right. Well, that's gonna do it for New Comic Book Day. This week's New Comic Book Day, November 2nd. Let us know down in the comments. What are you picking up today? What are you gonna read first? What are you looking forward to the most? And let us know. Did we miss anything? There's always times where we, forgot about a book, or just let us know. How did we mess up this week? As always, smash that subscribe button, ring that bell, give us a like, and we will catch you guys live this Sunday, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, where we will talk about all these books, review them. We'll have a good conversation, a silly goose time. We'll hang out. You guys always show up every Sunday just to hang out with us, and that's the best part about this whole experience, is we get to talk to y'all and hang out. So we'll see you obviously live on Sunday. And if any other breaking comic book news happens, we really haven't had a lot lately, or we just really haven't covered any. But if anything crazy happens, we'll definitely try to make a video about that if we can. But as always, fam, be kind to one another and read more comics. Catch you in the next one.